So I got a science story.
Okay, fine. All right, wrap it out. What is this science story?
All right, Antoine, I found this one to be really, really cool as someone who has been incapable of maintaining my houseplants. Apparently, plants let out an ultrasonic scream that humans cannot hear when their leaves are cut, are stressed, infected, or they don't get enough water. Just to be clear, the emitted sounds do reveal the plant's type and condition. Does that make sense to you?
It makes me never want to own a houseplant ever again.
I mean, if you're cruel to it,
Well, I mean, this is horrible. People prune their plants all the time. They're like, hey, you're getting out of the little area in which I've carefully curated for you. Now you're telling me that these things are screeching every time you
and,
cut a leaf?
and kept together for hundreds of years,
Oh my
kept alive.
god.
Or you
This
you
is
cut them and then
horrible.
plant them. You grow roots and you plant them, and
And this is definitely making Christmas trees feel a little awkward. Can you
oh
imagine?
yeah, oof.
To us, you go to a Christmas farm, we're playing music. It's like, here comes
No
Santa
one can
Claus,
hear
here
their
comes Santa Claus.
screams.
And no one can hear.
It's
And it's
drowning out the
just
plant screams.
screeching, blood curdling screams across this farm for all
And
these trees being cut down.
I
I
wonder.
feel nauseous thinking about it, actually.
So, and apparently, insects and other animals can hear and interpret these sounds, and that healthy plants are virtually silent. So, in that scenario, you have all of these little critters observing humans flocking to this tree farm. The trees are screaming at the top of their lungs, and the families are laughing and
They
having a
must,
good
yeah.
time and cutting it.
Wow.
Wow, that is pretty. That
That's
is pretty
dark.
horrific, isn't it? Yeah.
You know what? Sounds like a good children's book.
But I'll say the article, I'll put this on the article, reassures me
Okay.
that there's no evidence that plants feel pain or have feelings. So guilt free, huh?
I don't
No,
understand.
no evidence means they don't, right?
Is it no evidence because we can't hear them scream?
There's no evidence that the screams are related to pain or feelings. It's just a biological response. So I'll say it gets a little interesting here. It's not clear exactly how plants are making the sounds, but scientists suspect that the plants are able to pop air bubbles in their circulation system, causing vibrations in the plant. So that's kind of what's happening. And so it's you're stressing it, you're doing whatever, and air bubbles start popping. But the thing is
I
that
mean,
the
there's
air
a
bubbles are
go
popping
on.
in such a way where you know if it's an infestation, if it's pruning, if it's stress, if
Yeah,
it's over or underwatered.
that's
I
what
mean, you
I'm
have
saying.
to start asking, like, is there more to these
Causation
plants?
or correlation? I mean, I'm
Yeah, I
just trying to.
mean,
I guess I feel like as an alien could say the same. Like if you weren't human, you could biologically you source out why a human being is screaming in agony if you puncture. Like you could say, oh well, we're not sure that human being is feeling pain, but they're doubled over in agony because they've been their skin has been punctured. So if you puncture their skin, they scream. But we don't know they feel like is is
we've
it a
asked the
similar
human. I
scenario?
can't hear him. I can't hear the human screaming.
Right. It looks like
Um,
it's in pain, but I can't hear it, and we're not sure it is because
and
we
we've
can't
asked
speak
it
for them.
several times to tell us, and it hasn't.
And it hasn't. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Is it one of those scenarios? Because it feels like it's one of those scenarios.
Oh, I don't
This is
know.
definitely the tree farm in agony to me. It's just a good children's novel. I just think it's a good children's book.
Oof,
I
oof.
think it's
Yeah, add that to
or
the banned list
animation.
of books. That to the banned list of
I
books in
just think it's a
Florida.
very cool idea. Wow.